Andy Murray left British tennis fans brokenhearted after announcing he is retiring, saying he could bow out as early as next week. The Scot says the pain is just too much after his hip operation a year ago. He vowed to take part as planned in the Australian Open, but he couldn't rule out saying goodbye to the sport he loves in Melbourne. His goal is to hang up his racket at Wimbledon this summer, the place where his most treasured memories were made. It was on centre court when the former world number one clinched his status as a sporting icon with 2 SW19 titles and of course Olympic gold. But it's not been all medals and great moments. We look back on the highs and the lows of the career of a history maker. He made everyone sit up and take notice as an 18-year-old. Image, Getty, 2005. Teenage kicks. Fresh-faced Murray was handed a Wimbledon wildcard and it proved to be the start of a love affair. Ranked 312 in the world, he reached the third round but stepped foot on centre court for the very first time. He was outlasted by David Nalbandian, but the star of SW19 was born. 2007, top 10 target reached 2 years after saying hello to centre court, he burst into the top 10. But he also snapped a tendon, the Scot's first introduction to injury as his wrist limited his progress. He missed Wimbledon and later that year split with coach Brad Gilbert. Murray climbed into the world's top 10 in 2007. Image, Getty, 2008. His first major final he didn't show it with January's first-round loss at the Australian Open to eventual runner-up Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, but big strides were made this year. He made his first-ever Slam final, not quite getting the measure of Rafa Nadal in New York as the US Open title slipped through his grasp. His best-ever Wimbledon drew a quarter-final appearance. Progress was rapid. 2009, up to second. Murray shot up to second in the world, and created a bit of history. He won for the first time at Queen's, becoming the first British winner of the tournament since 1938. There was agony 2 weeks later as Murray lost a tight Wimbledon semi-final to Andy Roddick. He tasted glory at the London 2012 Olympics, and more was to come. Image, AFP, Getty, 2012. Glory achieved in a never-to-be-forgotten year for British sport. Murray claimed the US Open title and won Olympic gold at SW19. He was edging ever close to Wimbledon glory, too. The first Brit in 74 years to reach the final, he found the great Roger Federer in imperious form as the Swiss came from a set down to take the crown. His tears after told everyone he wouldn't be long. 2013, a British Wimbledon champion at last. Sporting history was made on Sunday, July 7, 2013. Defeating Novak Djokovic on centre court, the first British Wimbledon winner since Fred Perry in 1936 was declared. But Murray's season was cut short by his decision to undergo surgery, an attempt to sort out his lower back problems. The golden moment, winning Wimbledon for the first time. Image, Getty, 2014. Lendl split and a tough year. Murray made the decision to split with coach Ivan Lendl, widely praised for the star's incredible 2 years. In an injury-interrupted year, he fell out of the top 10. Grigor Dimitrov ended his 17-match winning streak on the Wimbledon's grass as he failed to retain his title. 2015, Davis Cup glory. He achieved a personal goal by helping Britain to the top of the tennis world. Beating David Goffin in straight sets, he clinched the first title since 1936. It was another encouraging 12 months which saw him return to the world number 2 slot. A second All-England club title arrived 3 years after his first. Image, Getty, 2016, a year to remember. World number 1, another Olympic gold and more Wimbledon glory. It's fair to say 2016 was a year Andy Murray will never forget. Little did we know back then it was to be the last time the tennis great would be smiling on court. 2017, injuries and ranking tumble. After being knighted in the new year, his career began to unravel. The hip problem which eventually would see him quit tennis was becoming more and more painful. Dropping out of Wimbledon, he was defeated in the quarterfinal by Sam Querrey in 5 sets and something seemed serious wrong with the champion. 2018, hip surgery. Murray tried to save his career by going under the knife. In March, he lost his British #1 ranking to Kyle Edmund and by the end of the year found himself out of the top 800. The writing was on the wall. Murray knows it's nearly all over. Image, James Gorley, BPI, Rex, Shuttershock, 2019. His big announcement with tears rolling down his cheeks, Murray admitted it's all over. He may not have called time there and then, but in his pre-Australian Open press conference he accepted he's nearly finished. Now we wait to find out if he will get to say an emotional goodbye at his centre court home.